What are you tolerating that is not in service of the future and the life that you're moving towards? We all have things. We call them excuses. It's our resistance. We have these beautiful words that we place them in. And yet at the end of the day, we're really just tolerating things. We've all come here with a divine purpose, traveling on a stream of cosmic dust from the stars into our mother's wombs, born into this precious life. It is no accident that you are here, my love, on earth, in this moment, in this body. You are here longing to find your place, to align with your purpose, to embody your passions and to live into the dreams of your heart. Yet so often we get caught, suspended in the tangle of life, not able to move forward, not able to find solace and comfort in a world that has forgotten the truth of our existence. As we begin to remember, as we peel back the layers, as we come together to uncover our unique gifts and reconnect with our authentic selves, we are able to see another way of being, a new possibility, a different life waiting to be lived. I have experienced on this complicated and wild journey of life that when we connect with the story of our soul, it will show us the magic of this life that we have been missing. It will open a window into the very heart of who we truly are, of who we came here to be, and gives us answers to our ever-asking why. Hello, my loves. Welcome to the show today. So good to be here with you. I have Ania here with us today, and a really interesting call. We start off talking about this topic of how we put ourselves in a limited state or in a limiting state where we say, once this happens, then I can. And basically we're telling ourselves in the universe that what we want isn't really possible until I have or do or get something else. And then I have permission to do what I really would love. And this is such a potent place to explore in ourselves. And when we do start to investigate this, we see really how often we do this to ourselves. And it's really time to rewrite this narrative. Almost everything I have in my life today is because I took a risk. It was because I trusted that I could have what I have before I actually had any evidence that would support that it was possible. And it's in these big leaps of faith. It's in these places that we do not tell ourselves that we can't have something until something else happens. It's when we really push, the threshold is the way I feel it, right? This threshold that is energetically encompassing us. And when we push that, we sort of see the facade that lives behind it. And the more we push it, the more we work and co-create with the universe to say, hey, this is what I would love. This is what I'm in devotion to. This is the life that I came here to live. And I'm worth the risk and I'm going all in on it, even though right now there's no evidence to say that it's possible. We have to play with these places and change our mind because our mind is only referencing what it already knows. So of course the mind doesn't think it's possible because it hasn't happened yet. So we have to move through this membrane, this place where the mind really wants to create from your past and move into the possibility states that your soul is creating and that your dharma is here calling to you. So this journey we take with Ania today, we look at this, we talk about this, and then we also look at depersonalizing this feeling of being unsupported on your path. This is a collective wound. And so we talk about that. We also look at how everything you feel is actually not necessarily a feeling. There's other possibilities. We look at how your resistance and what you're tolerating in your life is the thing that is keeping you stuck. It's what you're choosing instead of what you would love. We talk about engaging with the practice of only doing what you love in devotion to your purpose. And this is a spicy practice, but oh my gosh, it moves the needle. And we look at how it gets to be easy. We love as humans to make it so hard. Everything is hard, and yet it really can be easy if we let it. And then we touch on the integration of your body, mind, and soul, and some practices and information about when you're going through big changes. So before we dive into the reading, I want to remind you of the free guide that I offer, which is Ignite Your Intuition. It includes audio teaching, meditation, ceremony, and just a really beautiful practice to help you ignite your intuition. It's free. There's a link in the show notes. I created it for you so that you can expand on this journey. Also, a reminder of our free quiz. Discover your primal intuitive power, which is what I love to call our strongest intuitive gift. So if you haven't taken that quiz yet, there's a link in the show notes. And it really helps to know which is the strongest of the four main clairs that is your gift, as it helps you in developing it. And then also wanted to let you know that I put some new meditations and talks on the Insight Timer app. I'm a teacher on there if you didn't know. So lots of really great ways for you to be supported on your journey. So enjoy this reading with Ania. I love you. Hi, Ania. Welcome to the podcast. How can I help you today?
Hello, Sarah. Thank you so much for having me. So I have been doing a lot of work over the last years with manifesting. And over the last couple of months, I've really gotten into manifesting from our subconscious mind, for my subconscious, and have really been working on my shadow, my inner child, and just all of the stuff that lives in my subconscious. I've been having a little bit of a block going to that next level financially. I'm not sure what it is that's blocking me. I'm sure some of the subconscious stuff that I've been working on will help. But is there anything that I'm just not seeing that I need to work on, that I need to work through? Because I feel the breakthrough so close, but I'm just not there yet.
Yeah, thank you for that. So, are you familiar with the chakra system?
Yes.
Okay, so your heart chakra and your solar plexus chakra, there's a merging happening. Like there's not a clear distinction between the two. And so this idea of your purpose, your dharma, your love, what you are here to share with the world is a little bit muddled with how you are expressing yourself in the world, the power as it comes through you, and what you believe about how your heart space and your purpose are intended to be shared. There's a muddiness, there's a mingling there. So as I share that with you, what do you make with that? What do you understand about that and yourself?
I'm not quite sure because I feel like I've also been working within my throat chakra a lot in order to speak from my heart. And that's been something that's been going on for me for years. But I've finally been able to fully unlock my throat chakra. And I feel like I do speak with my heart now. But I can also see how there can possibly be a merger between my heart and my solar plexus. Like those aren't maybe fully defined in their own.
Yeah. And that can be a next part in the process, right? You've done this incredible job of working with your voice. And as women in the world, this is so incredibly important, not just for ourselves, but for humanity and for all of us beings here. And yet, where it can get sticky for us is how are you taking that voice? How are you taking this dharma, this purpose? And how is that mingling with your power and ability to express that into the world? Not express from your voice, right? It is, I can see how there's a little correlation there with that word express. So for me, the way I see that, it's what is the place you are coming from in your own ability to stand up for yourself in the world and stand in your personal power And the voice is a component of that, obviously, right? Because that is a big way we express it in the world. But underneath that, there is this need for you to fully stand in that power and not just speak it, but to live from it, to act from it, to have the very essence of you be aware of it and committed to it. So, how do you think you do in that place?
Lately, I've been really working on that. I'm very extroverted. I'm also a projector in human design. So, like, I put my energy out there and it's received. And I've been working that whatever energy that I'm putting out there is what I really want the world to perceive me as. And really working with my own authenticity. What does it mean to be true to myself and fully stepping into that powerfully myself?
Mm-hmm. When you say the words, the world to perceive you as, help me understand that a little more, please.
Just making sure that I'm living in my own true authenticity.
Okay. Yeah, so vitally important, right? The bigger the gap between who we show to the world and the truth of who we are inside our body and inside our own consciousness, the harder and more challenging life is. It's as we narrow that gap and who we are to the outside world mirrors who we are on the inside. This is when we live in the space of magic. This is when we're connected to our intuition, to spirit, to the world around us. So, following this thread, right? Because you want to have some insight onto why this next up level is lingering, why you're not moving forward in the way that you want to. It's like you're showing me the lower part of your body and question about how much are you doing only what you love? And how much are you doing what you think you should be doing?
Both. I absolutely love what I do. It's just right now, I don't have the means to get the support that is necessary for me to only be doing the things that I love. Once I get to that next breakthrough, and I hate living in, I'll be happy when kind of like in that whole trauma. But once I have those means, once I get to that breakthrough, like I'll be able to delegate more. I just don't have the means at the moment to fully, like, I'm sending out messages way more than I should be right now. I'd like to delegate a lot more to free up some of that space and time for myself.
Mm-hmm. So, this is going to be the sticky point, right? Where you are putting yourself into that equation of when this happens, then I can. And you're aware of it. I hear you saying it.
Yeah.
Yet, this is a sticky place to live because what it does is it keeps us clinging to the limited version of reality that we've been given instead of really dismantling those old belief systems that tell you that what you would love right now isn't possible until you do something else. This is a very disempowering place to be, and it's by design that way to stop you really from moving forward because you are still caught in the hamster wheel of believing that it can't be different. And it's a very scary place in our journey. Like, I really feel that this part is the part that tests us. It's the part that asks our mind to let go of what we believe is true in devotion to what is actually true, in that the universe wants to support you, that you are abundant, that you can do what you want. You just can't see how right now. That's really the only truth, is that you cannot see how. You haven't connected in yet with that possibility state. And that keeps that possibility from finding you. What's happening for you as I share that?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I'm in that hamster wheel, as you said it. I see the possibilities. I don't know how it's going to happen, but the how isn't up to me. And I know there's a lot of things that I need to do myself, which aren't oh so fun. Until I do them, then I move past that, and then all of the abundance will start flowing, etc. So I can see how it's a bit of like a hamster wheel for me at the moment.
Hmm. Yeah. Do you see how you're limiting that flow? You're saying, I can't have flow until. So the universe thinks that that's what you want.
Yes.
So, what is something you could change in that place, or what's a new perspective, a new insight that you could bring?
That I'm always supported by the universe. And
Hmm.
I believe that in my core. I truly do. And this is why I need a little help, like finding what I'm not seeing, because I know this.
Hmm.
It's just how am I going to translate that into daily or actually like what am I not seeing? Because like this stuff, like I do understand that and I know this. Just what am I not seeing?
So, there's a consciousness, right? A collective consciousness alive in our world that has its own dharma, that is here with its own purpose. Yet it is designed to make you think exactly what you're thinking right now, that you aren't where you want to be, that you don't have the resources, that you aren't supported. And it floats around and will stick to anybody who wants to listen. And a big part of this journey is recognizing that that's not you, that that's a consciousness that you are hearing and then personalizing. And we get to disentangle ourselves from that consciousness anytime it comes in. And you're going to experience it as a feeling, as a thought. I'm unsupported. I don't have what I need. I can't do this. What is happening, right? Like that sticky place, like you can feel it. I imagine you recognize the sensation in your body as I'm saying those words.
Yeah, that really resonates. Actually, I was listening to a podcast earlier today and they were talking about like, this is happening to everyone. It's okay that this is happening. Like, it is consciousness. There's no shame around it. It's happening. Like, and that'll untangle a lot of that shame. And I was actually going to work on this after our call. So I'm glad that you're bringing that up as well. It's just double confirmation for me.
Hmm. Yeah, and the practice I have is tracking it, locating where is it. Usually it is aimed at my second and third chakra. And I pull it off. I remove it. I wish it well, right? Like I said, it's got its own dharma and purpose. I don't want to be part of it, but I'm not going to wrong it or shame it or do any of the things, right, that are done to us. I'm just going to pull it off and I'm going to wish it well and say, thank you. I respect you. You respect me. And I'm here for something else. And then you can, underneath that, really connect in with your truth. Speak, express, feel your power, live from your heart. Make the choices that are in devotion to what you would love. Like there's a place in here for you, right? To get really clear on what are you tolerating that is not in service of the future and the life that you're moving towards. We all have things, we call them excuses. It's our resistance. It's, we have these beautiful words that we place them in. And yet at the end of the day, we're really just tolerating things and we're choosing something instead of choosing the thing we would really love. So I think this for you is the place to play. Really get clear on what you're tolerating that you just don't want to do anymore. Offer up a prayer that someone else is going to step into your life to do these things, that somehow, somewhere they get taken care of. And then you really get to be in devotion to what it is that you love, because you shouldn't have to wait for that.
Yeah, that resonates really well. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. It can be a spicy practice. I mean, I don't offer it lightly. I myself undertook this practice, started about 2 years ago. And for the first year, it felt very fiery that I had to continually choose what I love. It was scary, financially scary, relationship scary, like so many ways. And yet, the more that I allowed my cells to remember that I'm here to do what I love, the easier it became.
Yeah, I'm ready for it to become easier. Like, I'm ready to live in my own fully zone of genius. I don't need to do a lot of these things. And yeah, I'm supported, I'm guided, and I'm trusting that the right people will come into my sphere that will help me and allow me to fully live in that things that I love and make me happy.
Hmm. Yeah. Where would you like to go from here?
If there's anything else that I'm possibly not seeing,
You're bringing me to your feet and the words grounding and rest. So what do you know about that?
yeah, it's been a very big practice of mine over the last year. I've been making sure that I'm really staying grounding and giving myself permission to really rest when rest is needed. I went to the jungle for 2 months for a crazy initiation process. And afterwards, I was so tired. So, really giving myself the permission to rest when it's needed, listening to my body and what I need.
Hmm. Yeah, those really big spiritual initiation experiences require sort of incubation period afterwards to let our body splint and take in everything that our soul learned and grew through. So, this idea, right, that your soul lives inside your body and they're two separate beings, really. And when we really feed one, we have to give the other a chance to recalibrate to where our soul is now existing.
It's the whole integration between the body and the spirit.
Hmm. Yeah. Was there anything else I can support you with today?
I think that'll be it. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Well, I'd love to hear what you're taking away from this call.
Yeah, start living in joy, start living in things that I love. Really, where are my boundaries? What are some of those things that I'm ready to fully give up so that I can fully start living in the things that I love authentically as well?
Mm. Yeah, it sounds so nourishing for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Does this feel like an okay place to land today?
It does, yes.
Thank you.